Welcome back to the Unscripted podcast hosted by the members of the SDA. I'm today's host, Jack Flood. I'm joined by Konstantin Zumas and Patrick Church.
Hello.
Today we are talking about the NBA restart down in Orlando.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad in the friend zone. Sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Toe pool, here full.
The question is, well, first of all, I'm going to say this. Perhaps the most intriguing question in the NBA is which team will grab the 8th seed in the Western Conference. Right? We're all wondering that. So, the team that does, do they have a chance against the Lakers? I'll start Jack.
I'll start it off. So, coming out of the West, well, there's 4 teams. Or actually, there's a few teams. There's the Memphis Grizzlies, the New Orleans Pelicans, the San Antonio Spurs, the Kings, Sacramento Kings, the Phoenix Suns, and the Portland Trailblazers. So I don't think the Suns and Kings are real contenders.
I don't think the Spurs can make it to the 8th seed.
I don't think the Spurs will either. They don't have the firepower. LaMarcus Aldridge is out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with the Portland Trailblazers because they're healthy. Nurkic is back. Zach Collins is back. They're healthy. Dame is ready to go. You know that Dame is going to be leading the scoring. I'm going to go with the Blazers, and I think they'll make some noise. I don't think they'll beat the Lakers, but the Lakers are shorthanded. They just lost Rondo. They don't have Avery Bradley. They've got Dion Waiters, who hasn't played a game with them yet. J.R. Smith, who hasn't played a game with them yet. Dwight Howard, who was shaky about coming over here in the first place. So they've got their own issues to work out. The Blazers are healthy. They're ready to go. I think they can make some noise, maybe win a game or two, but they just can't beat LeBron and AD.
So you're saying no team, no 8th seed.
I'm going to say no 8th seed has a chance against the Lakers.
Costas, what about you? Phoenix, San Antonio, Sacramento?
Okay, well, we know that San Antonio, Phoenix, and the Kings are out. They're not making it.
Yes, we could say that.
The Grizzlies
Well, I mean,
are how many games?
Sacramento?
They hold the 8th seed right now. The Grizzlies
How many games ahead are they?
They are 3.5 games ahead
of the Pelicans?
of the Blazers.
Blazers, okay.
So, I think that if the Grizzlies end up playing that like little play-in series against the Trailblazers, I think that they will lose, and I think the Trailblazers can possibly push that Lakers series to 7 games.
Okay.
I think the Grizzlies would do a good fight, 5-game series, but I think the Pelicans would do 6-game. But I don't think anyone.
You think they go 6 against the Lakers?
Yeah, I think Zion can steal 2.
Assuming everyone is.
Assuming everyone's healthy.
Wow.
All right, I'll say this though. So I mean, we're looking here. I'm looking at the standings. The Phoenix Suns are 6 games back of the Memphis Grizzlies, who currently have the 8th seed, as Jack said. Is there any world where the Suns grab the 8th seed? Any world.
I'm going to start this off. I say there is, They've got a chance because, as far as I know, they're healthy. Devin Booker, I just saw a video of him the other day at a team practice. He was on fire, couldn't miss. He looks like the all-star that we saw this year. They've got a healthy Kelly Oubre, a healthy Ricky Rubio.
Oubre, forgot about Oubre.
Ready to distribute. Ricky Rubio is ready to distribute. They've got the young talents. Miko Bridges, he's ready to go. DeAndre Ayton is back from he was suspended earlier this season. I think that they have a chance. Obviously, I don't think they have a chance against the Lakers, but they do have a chance of getting the 8th seed, depending on who they play. What do you think?
Yeah, well, the issue for them is that they have to leapfrog, 4 teams they have to leapfrog. So I don't think they have a real shot. I'd give them 2% chance.
How many games is each team playing for the regular season?
8. 8 regular season.
Yeah, so that
8 games to go, and you're how many?
They're 6 back.
6 back, and you have to be within 4.5. But you also have to be the 9 seed for that.
Yeah.
So I don't see them
Yeah,
leapfrogging.
yeah. So do you don't see Portland falling off that much?
Yeah.
Where they lose the 9 seed.
Or Memphis.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're gonna move on here.
Coach is here to ask the next question.
All right. So Eric Bledsoe was diagnosed with coronavirus. If he decides not to join the team in Orlando, are the Bucks still the favorites in the East?
You can start.
Okay, I'll start. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes, they're the favorites in the East. They are trailed by the Toronto Raptors, who don't have a clear-cut superstar yet. Pascal Siakam has not reached that status yet, and neither do the Celtics. And I think the Celtics and the Raptors are the only two real threats to the Bucks. The Bucks are, besides Bledsoe, they're currently fully healthy. They've got the whole team ready. They've got Giannis, Middleton's ready to go. The Lopez brothers, DiVincenzo, they're healthy. Coach Budenholzer, he just won Coach of the Year last season. Giannis is on his way to his second MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year. I think that nobody really has a real shot of beating them, and I think that they're going to walk into the finals, and that's when the real test starts. They've also, I'll say this, Bledsoe is a great defender, and he was first-team all-defense last year, and they would miss him, but if he doesn't join the team in Orlando, they've got a solid backup point guard in George Hill. Very capable. He can score. He can also pass. Very capable. So I don't think any team really has a shot at taking them down.
What are you thinking, Patrick?
You know, I want to disagree, but you cannot disagree with this. You're absolutely right, Jack. If Bledsoe isn't playing, the Bucks are light years ahead of the Raptors, who are the next closest, right?
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a factor if he's not playing.
Well, let me ask a question here. So the Pacers and the Heat are very close with the Sixers in the standings. Do we think the Sixers can make a jump to the 4 seed and then maybe play the Bucks in the second round and see what goes on there? What are we thinking there?
Sixers?
Well, I saw that they're moving Simmons to power forward, and they're starting Shake Milton at point guard. That's what I heard.
Can they
Shake
defend
Milton,
Giannis?
I don't think so. I don't think they have a real chance. They're too young. I don't have faith in Brett Brown as a coach. I just don't see it. Last year's upset against Raptors, they struggled this year. Actually, they were great on their home court, but we're in Orlando now, so that's not going to be a factor. I just don't think they have what it takes. Embiid is too naive, and
Well said.
I don't think that they are a legitimate threat.
I could see them. Yeah, I don't see them getting the 4 seed. I could see them. I could see them overtaking the Pacers for the 5 seed.
The Pacers, yeah.
Yeah, because they're only 2 games back of the Pacers. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably. I think that'll probably happen. They'll get the 5 seed. But yeah, the Heat are the Heat are the real deal this year.
Yeah, I'm liking the Heat. Let's give you them.
If we're talking about the Heat, they're the only team that beat Milwaukee twice in the regular season. And I would, if the playoffs had gone as scheduled, I would have said that Miami has a legitimate chance of making some noise against Milwaukee. But obviously that was months ago.
I think we would have agreed with you.
So they're not hot anymore. Everybody's in the same boat. They're not rolling on any momentum, anything like that. I think it's a whole new game. I don't think Miami, they're too young. They're too young for me. I don't think that they have a chance.
Maybe in a couple of years.
Maybe in a few years, yep.
Yeah, they were really riding that wave of momentum throughout the season. And Giannis is a killer.